Hello, everyone, and welcome to your favorite duo that doesn't involve Austria but involves Hungary.
Yes. Pure Magyars right here.
Yes. Anyway, today, if you're going to read the title, we're going to react to probably one of the most infamous Twitter tankies, Historic.ly,
Oh,
who, at first glance, you look at their account, you wouldn't think is a tanky until you read anything they say.
and it goes beyond pure and simple tankyism. This person doesn't just hold ridiculous beliefs, she's also stupid. It's like she gets basic historical facts wrong.
Yes. Well, she is a woman, so we know what do we say about women.
uh,
No, no,
I,
no. They're respectable people. Woman all. Not this woman, but other
not
women.
this woman. I was gonna say, let's not go there, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, so without further ado, shall we roll the first tweet?
Yes. All right, here we go. Already. Why is DPRK underdeveloped? Is it because of the US bombed every city? Is it because of nearly 50 years of occupation? Is it because they can't import oil? The answer to all of those is no.
What are they talking about? 50 years of occupation.
I guess they mean the South,
Why would
which I don't know
that?
why that would affect the most.
Yeah. Why would that have anything to do with North Korea's ability to grow and develop?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The US bombed every city. Okay, that was 60 years ago. Like, the US bombed every city in Japan too.
And South Korea. Well,
And
both
South
sides bombed South Korea.
and both of those countries are doing perfectly fine. And
Yeah.
about the sanctions,
Yeah. The biggest trading partner also happens to be like the second largest economy on earth. That's right next to them.
yeah, like China's food and supplies are the only reason why North Korea is still able to exist. And China wants that because they want a buffer between them and a US allied country.
Yeah. But yeah, already we're into some. We're already in the stupid territory.
Oh god. This is okay, so hang
Yes.
on. I am going to dig up my next one. I think I'm going to show it in an incognito window because
Okay.
I don't want to pollute my search history too much with historic.liars content.
Right, I was just looking at this one. Let's not talk about hypotheticals. Far too many don't know what fascism is. It's because you don't know what capitalism is. No, most people don't know what fascism is because of people like you.
AKA because people who don't know what fascism is.
Yeah.
Okay, let me.
Yes, fascism. Honestly, I don't get why people don't know liberalism is fascism. When I talk to fascists, they're clearly huge fans of liberals. They even give them cute pet names like libtards.
Yeah, it's not like the sort of Mussolini types have said they reject every single thing ever to come from the French Revolution. No, no, not at all.
Yeah, very liberal people.
Very liberal people, practically kissing cousins.
Yeah.
Okay, so I shall show you a series. Allow me to share my screen right
All
here.
right.
Let me share screen. Share screen. Okay, window. All right, here we go. This right here is Isha appearing to endorse Hungarian irredentism. The is she in the revised Trianon camp now? Because based?
That's based. Yeah.
Yeah.
Revised Trianon.
Yes, and look at that tweet above. Austria-Hungary, the dual monarchy. The government was different. The area was different. The languages, what? They spoke Hungarian in the Hungarian half of Austria-Hungary. The cultures were different. It was Hungarian culture in that country that was Hungary at the time. And like, it was the Hungarian government which declared independence on October 31st, 1918, and by that act dissolved Austria-Hungary. So yes, it very much existed if it could do such an act. Oh gosh. Okay, so that's part one. Allow me to search for.
We're going to remove the.
Okay, I think. Well, this is something I've dunked on extensively right here.
All right.
I don't know what comments to make that haven't been made already. It's like, where do we fucking begin?
Where do we? Let's see. Well, let's just begin at the start date. It did not exist apparently until 1920.
1918, which the Kingdom of Hungary had existed since 1000, and it had been a crown land of Austria between 1526 and 1867, after which point it became a fully autonomous country. It very much did exist in that time. Like, contrary to what this woman seems to think, there weren't any such thing as ethnic Austro-Hungarians speaking an Austro-Hungarian language, who then became Austrians and Hungarians upon the breakup of the state. And she ignores the democratic interlude of 1918 to 19, the Hungarian Soviet Republic, and she calls the whole Horthy era fascist, when it was more of a sort of standard right-wing authoritarian regime.
Well, it started out, at least in the 1920s, it was more of a monarchy.
Yeah, it was a constitutional monarchy where Horthy actually didn't run the country too much in the 20s. But later on, he took...
Yeah, like when you get into the late 30s, that's when it basically became more fascistic.
Yeah.
Then when the Aerocross Party, that's pretty much...
Yeah, exactly. But just that goes back to the point, portraying that whole era as fascist is asinine. And she also forgets the 3 years after World War II when it was a democracy of sorts, where the Smallholders Party won the largest share of the votes, only to be destroyed by communist intrigue and Soviet plots. Though, of course, I'm sure she thinks that's she thinks that's cool.
Yeah, that was based
and red-pilled. Anyway, I think arguably the most ludicrous part of this whole chart, aside from Hungary did not exist, is calling democratic Hungary as fascist. After 1990, like, what the fucking fuck?
Yeah. Don't you know, when the Socialist Party ruled Hungary, that was fascism, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, for a grand total of 12 years overall since that time. Yeah, that was fascism, all of that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that has been dunked on thoroughly on Twitter. You can go and see us. And let me... Okay, this next thing. She's, again, making the really bad faith critique of economic troubles post-communism. What do you expect when an artificially propped up economy for decades suddenly collapses? That's a New York Times article from 1992, right there at the top. Now, this one right here, protesting against capitalism in Hungary in 1988. I don't think that was the social system they had at that point.
Yeah.
Really not. Okay, criticizing Western banks for looting, quote unquote, for agreeing to buy up insolvent state agencies. And criticizing foreign aid as imperialism. And it's a hostage situation, apparently, when we make our aid contingent on them liberalizing their market. You know, they don't exactly have to accept our aid. This is something they were choosing to do because they were fucking insolvent. And here she is claiming this all was a CIA plot because there was this one act where we agreed to help support democratic transitions that were already underway.
Yeah, CIA, man.
Yeah, it's all the CIA. So no, that was a bit of a rapid fire load of bullshit, but I think you got the gist. And there was some more stuff I was gonna show. Okay. Yeah, they lifted the ban when the countries became democratic. Shocker.
Yeah, shocking.
Shocker. Anyway, there were a couple of real.
This isn't technically theirs, but something they retweeted.
Okay, let's fire away.
Yeah, this is from VenezuelaAnalyst.com. The
Oh.
PSUV's decision to hold primaries was widely praised after candidate handpicking was a norm for years. One thing to analyze will be turnout. Also, whether grassroots candidates manages to break through in some places if the establishment candidates apparatus will prevail. Was the ruling is holding primary elections tomorrow for governors and mayors. Yeah, basically. I don't know what that was actually talking about. But...
Trying to insinuate that that Venezuelan elections are legitimate.
Oh, okay.
And there was another one. Oh, you go ahead.
Yeah, here's something fun. This is tanky infighting because here we are. Real ones know the USSR died in 1953, which is like the Stalinist talking point that USSR post 1953 wasn't real USSR.
Yeah, the Maoist talking point. But I think it's even more delusional to say what she's saying, which is it shines more brightly than ever.
Yeah, no force can prevent China's victory, which will liberate both the peoples of Europe and the peoples of V.L. Lenin.
Yes, she's talking.
Is that someone else?
Even if he did, is she trying to insinuate that capitalist China is going to lead the world into a glorious age of socialism?
Yeah.
Okay, there's another one I couldn't find right away where she calls Orban Hungary's Guaido in the 1980s. And that's just an utterly ridiculous projection of... Oh, gosh.
Do you have to share your screen to see this, though?
No. It's just, she says, Orban is Hungary's Guaido. And projecting the modern day conspiracies onto something that has nothing to do with it in the past. But I was interested to show y'all, our visitors, our viewers, this. Okay. Let's see. The anti-red right-wing Liberty Party leader. Did any of you know who Deja Shulyok was? Anyone? I'm asking rhetorically. Because he was the leader of the main anti-communist party in 1947, and he had been arrested by the Nazis for opposing them. This matters because she's trying to insinuate that he's a fascist in this tweet right here. That he was some sort of fascist because apparently being opposed to communism and leading a party called the Liberty Party are prerequisites.
Liberty is fascism.
Yeah.
Well, hey, it's the thing. They actually they and the fascists agree on something for once.
Well,
liberty is fascistic. Oh, we have more. I have another good one. Democracy is code for capitalism, austerity, deregulation, privatization, and free flow of monopoly. or tightly regulating labor in a form of apartheid. Wait, are you? I can't seem to hear you. Oh, he left. He might be having internet difficulties, but let's have a debate right now. You guys versus me. No, I don't. I'm not going to do that. I don't even have to do that. Like you're free to complain about it in the chat, but I'm not going to do that. I'll give it a few minutes. Oh wait, I just realized I was sharing the screen. Okay, but yeah, he's reconnecting, so I guess I'll. Just talk about other things for a few minutes, see if we can reconnect. But yeah, no, we're not doing debates on this channel. I used to do that, not going to do that anymore because honestly, not really my forte. Let's see. Debate me now? No, go debate someone else. Isn't there any other streamers you can annoy online right now? Let's make this interesting. No. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, my internet got fucked up.
Yes. Yeah. Just engaging with the comments right now. This one guy. I make it a rule never to ever do that too.
Yeah, fair enough. Anyway, so the comment I was looking for from Isha is Orban was Hungary's Guaido in the 1980s, which I don't know where to begin with. Just mindless projection. So have you found any more of yours?
Well, democracy is a code for capitalism. Austerity, deregulation, privatization, and free flow of monopoly, or tightly regulating labor in a form of apartheid.
How to say so much and yet absolutely nothing at the same time.
Honestly, that's kind of a good endorsement of capitalism. It's democracy.
Yes. Yeah, I don't get what she's trying to do when she says those sorts of things.
Yeah, we have... Let's see, let's see if we can. Actually, I think I might have saw something up here, actually.
Okay, here we go.
We live blog about Hiroshima. Read to see what horror it unleashed on the world. I guess they're denouncing Hiroshima, which is interesting because you'd think that if anyone would support, if it was a war crime, you'd think they'd support it.
Yes, opposing Japanese imperialism from one angle, and except when the U.S. fights it, then it's wrong. And
Yeah.
And I, right now, have just found another banger right here. Coud neoliberal Hungary. What the fuck does she... Yeah, for that 20-year period, it actually was a democracy. It wasn't, apparently.
Yeah, it was just a coup neoliberal democracy.
Yes, almost as if. As we mentioned, she's leaving out both the second Hungarian Republic, both the first and the second Hungarian republics. and lumping both Horthy and the Arrow Cross in as the same kind of fascists.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking.
Also, why is Bela Kun supposed to be the Democratic one?
I mean, I'm glad she's admitting that post-war communist Hungary wasn't democratic, but to pretend that Bela Kun was? Bullshit.
Yeah. Wait, I don't get this. I already challenged your best boy, and he said I needed 200. I don't know what this guy's talking about. Who is my best boy? Apparently,
Yes, ignore him.
yeah, probably should. I have a bad habit of just reading the chat, even when it's irrelevant.
Yeah, no, I just ignore that for the most part. Is this some sort of hawk drama he's trying to get you involved back in?
Yeah, I know who he's talking about, but I won't. Yeah, I won't say it. You can.
Okay. Anyway, you found anything else?
Yeah. Millions of dead Nazis will disagree, but dead Nazis, millions of dead people. Okay, so apparently everyone who was killed under Stalin was 100% a Nazi.
I think it really sucks that this is this is just the absolute tip of the iceberg of insane stuff. This is a common opinion on tanky Twitter, actually. This
Like
the belief that all of
they had no trials before executions, but they somehow knew.
well, yeah, they tortured all of them and knew that way that they all were Nazis.
Yeah.
No, but like I'm saying, on the shithole that is tanky Twitter, that's a standard opinion. But this account is capable of just shockingly stupid takes that will put even the craziest fellow tankies to shame.
Yeah, it's funny because it's just like the Spanish Inquisition was actually better than the Soviets because at least they didn't accept confessions by torture, but the Soviets did.
True, and Spanish Inquisition also killed far fewer people across a far longer length of time.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay, look at her pictures. It's all just her restating that one meme over and over again. It's like a cycle of idiocy. No, with the Hungary one, with the "it's modern" highlighted as if we didn't know that.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, look, this material has been obtained. Remember the time Grails left warning labels on factual articles exposing weirdos as British intelligence contracting, conducting information warfare ops against Russia? This Blumenthal, of course, he manages to get involved.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I remember. It's right there. Right that same tweet.
Yeah. History of Time. I'm not going to listen to it, but I imagine it's kind of inaccurate.
Well, I mean, given that she invites the dude who self-describes himself as a quote-unquote Bolshevik beat maker onto the show.
I would say what he said, but unfortunately, he blocked me.
Same for me, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe try opening it in an incognito window.
Mm-hmm. Such a clown. He does not know. He also sounds like the worst Grosno when speaking about Cuba with zero understanding of their system. Okay, so Shank Uyghur is calling it a dictatorship, which is accurate.
Which it is.
Yeah. So he's right. It's just, can Kim Jong-un raise the dead? according to Shank Uyghur and Annika Spirit, he can. Except North Korea actually officially is still run by Kim Il Sung.
Yeah.
Like,
You
they
laugh,
say-
but he is the eternal president. He is the necrocrat. And Kim Jong-un did murder his uncle. That's absolutely confirmed.
Wait, hold on. Considering this, it's the U.S., I'm surprised they didn't just send a death squad or drone to kill victims of the whole family. I'm sure that preferred in Japan, they have done worse and been exempt. Wait, hold on. What's this? Blood money after a Marine raped and killed a transgender in Filipina. Woman in Philippines motel after he found out she was born a man. As family rejected his 500,000 offer to have charge downgraded. I mean, I do disagree. We shouldn't just pay to get the charge downgraded, but
Same.
yeah. Where can we find actual existing socialism? Cuba. If this is a
Well, I mean, I don't disagree. I just think that actually existing social, well, I don't think it is crap. It's a shitty system and one they've been protesting against.
let's see, the next one is Rojava, which, I mean, I don't think the system is really good. The only reason they're good is because they're good against Assad. But also,
and they're good fighters against ISIS and the like. But most of their revenue, as often is the case in that region, does come from selling oil.
Yeah. Also, wait, who did Tanky side? Wait, who did these guys side with in the Syrian civil war? Rojava or Assad?
Assad, typically.
Yeah. Anyway.
Let's see.
The slaying of George Jackson and discuss the official report of Jackson's rejected to the limited view of that finding. Okay, I don't even get this. Like, I guess they murdered this criminal or something. And apparently, people rejected the findings. That's, I guess, said that I don't know. It just.
You could never tell with this account. She twists it beyond all recognition.
Oh, look. Every peaceful pro-democracy color revolution has lots and lots of violence that the West press ignores. Don't fall into of confusing the court jester with the army.
Yeah, because Georgia in 2003, when they just protested while waving roses around, was totally violent. Same with Ukraine, 2004. Yeah, utterly violent. I don't think anyone even died in either case or was even remotely injured.
Yeah. And also, as for violence, yeah, of course, there's always
some degree, but it comes from the police in most cases.
Yeah. But anyway, Rhodesia whitewash, I guess. But I mean, in this case, it was. You can't accuse someone of whitewashing though when it's you, Historic.ly, who whitewashes every single Soviet war crime.
And like, yeah, when it comes to whitewashing, that article is kind of it's kind of tame. They're just describing how Rhodesia didn't really have much access to much natural resources. They're not praising it at all.
Yeah. Rhodesia appear to have. Wait, well, hold on. So now they say that. So now they're pro-sanctions because Rhodesia exudes a prosperous air. Economic sanctions appear to have little impact. Isn't that what they say about all their socialist countries?
Exactly. And under the same circumstances, too. What the fuck does exude a prosperous air mean? It could really be dysfunctional underneath that facade, as are all their favorite socialist states.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Cemetery DPRK honoring those who fought for Korea's independence. Every person has a unique statue. AKA, this is another thing they waste money on.
Yes, another thing they do instead of feeding their people.
Yeah. And also, let us take a minute to laugh at these people. You just got shot by Americans.
Oh, yes.
Let's see.
American heroes, David Fagan.
Should we watch this video?
If we could stand.
I just put myself in the shoes of David Fagan.
This is cringe.
Who was a soldier who was deployed to the Philippines. When Captain John Smith ordered the army to kill everyone over the age of 10, he defected and joined the Filipino Liberation Army, and he went up to the rank of captain. We don't know what happened to him. His trail went cold after 1903. I like to imagine that he fought for Filipino liberation, got married, had lots of kids, and lived happily ever after. Nope.
That was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Oh, God. Just watch some of her other videos if you want real cringe. And it's like, because there's a rule whenever she opens her mouth about Eastern Europe, it's full of bullshit. And so the Philippines isn't necessarily my area of study, so I don't know how factually wrong she is. But this is, you get the style of the video she puts out.
Yeah. See, I love how agency seems to think that child marriage and concubine is disadvantage to Muslim. Okay, this is another. Oh, New York Times repeats CIA propaganda from 1954. Nothing niche sports equals sports white people can't win. What?
I don't know. I'd say swimming is more of a mainstream one than ping pong. Might be just my opinion.
You know what? Ping pong's a sport?
Yeah, apparently it's one that China totally dominates in.
Yeah. Well, if that's the case, then we should add beer pong to the Olympic. Now there's the sport America can win.
I would watch that. I think I could get a gold medal there.
Yes, that's what America wins in.
Yes, would give us an extra medal. We'd be 2 medals ahead of the Chinese.
Okay. Let's see where else.
Scroll down.
Well, this is like a big wall of text, and I'm mucho texto historic. Oh wait, hold on. Adi Al Fatah, some Middle Eastern name, was born. Communist nation, leader of South Yemen, the only socialist state in the Arab world. Well, that was nothing. That was just, look at this guy.
This obscure, unknown sort of guy.
Yeah, this guy who ran a country that failed, and it just.
Yes, Yemen. Yeah, talk about a societal model right there.
Yes. Oh, here we go.
Okay, no, now we're getting into real crackpot territory. She seems to think that the CIA secretly sabotaged the Soviet spacecraft.
Wait, What? Why the fuck were we taught the U.S. The Soviet got the first man in space, the first one in the first satellite in space, and the first space station. Yeah, but we got the first man on the moon, so we
Yeah,
win.
no, that's the thing. A technological race isn't who can do something first, it's who can create better technology. We independently replicated everything the Soviets did and then went above and beyond that. Like when they tried to build a moon rocket to match ours, it crashed and burned, literally. All 4 times it was attempted. That's called winning a race.
Yes. And also, if anyone had better ability to sabotage a space program, it was the Soviets in America.
Really? Yeah. Our system, democracy in general, is just more open to sabotage than an authoritarian regime.
Gay scenes follow news of. Okay, that's weird. Just memes.
Yes.
Oh, the World War II era massacre of the Serbs became a political issue in Montenegro this month when party in the ruling alliance proposed a parliamentary resolution. So, okay, well, that's just genocide. It's past it, Nate. Because. Okay, well, that was. Oh,
Yeah.
here we go. Putin's imaginary Nazis. No Ukraine right-wing alligators are not fascist anti-Semites, but Russia wants them to be. And Ukraine, are they stupid? No, apparently you are.
Yeah.
Because I don't think a single fascist party has even gotten seats in Ukraine's history.
All 3 fascist parties ran on a common ticket in the last election, and they won 0.7% of the vote. And the current Ukrainian president is a Jewish liberal. So I don't get what she's going for.
Yeah. Oh, also, I guess this is supposed to be a victims of literacy program memorial. I guess because,
They claim that communism is synonymous with literacy programs.
yeah, even though
Because totally, there's no way to do those without an all-powerful authoritarian regime. Nope, hasn't been done any other way.
Yeah. This is accusing East Germans of being Nazis.
Yeah, in an article that says nothing of the sort.
Oh, the right wing yells at her for not applauding enough during Sodu. Aforementionedly, different critique of not using your power to introduce progressive measure. Whenever they make analogies, always figure out how two things are. I guess they'll complain about AOC not being progressive enough, but how could she use her powers to do anything?
Yeah, I don't get exactly what these people's critiques are. We're not a dictatorship. You can't just ram through whatever you want. There's got to be discussions. There's got to be consensus. There's got to be compromise. That's democracy.
No, democracy is for nerds.
Democracy is kind of cringe, bro. It's Reddit.
Yeah. Oh, what's it called? Don't take regime change operations too lightly.
And this is something about the Iraq War, I believe.
Yeah. Too many don't understand the horrors of U.S. regime change operations. Well, most of that isn't because of the U.S. It's mostly because we went and we did something idiotic, like go into Iraq and remove Saddam. Most of it was just poor planning.
Really, but she peddles, among other things, the oil wars meme, which for the billionth time we didn't steal the fucking oil.
Yeah.
That should be a real qualification there.
Wait, Kennedy absolutely wanted to collaborate with the Soviets to do a joint space flight?
Well, yeah, there was a proposal actually from JFK for a joint moon mission from the USSR, but Khrushchev actually declined it because he didn't want the US to take any credit.
Yeah. Also, I don't know. There's so many conspiracy theories about JFK because they want to make him out to be like he was some communist sympathizer, and that's why the CIA assassinated him. But if you actually look at his policies, he didn't really do anything that was remotely pro-Soviet.
No, yeah, he was one of the strongest anti-communists. He did the Bay of Pigs. He gave the Ich bin ein Berliner speech in his last months in office. The man was emphatically not a communist sympathizer.
Yeah. And also, like, the thing with the Bay of Pigs is that they apparently, the theory goes, they wanted to kill Kennedy because they wanted to invade Cuba. But there's one problem with that theory. They didn't invade Cuba afterwards.
Amazing. Oops, it's like Iraq and the oil. Yes, forgot the key part of our great evil master plan.
Yeah. Let's see. The respectable left. This
Basically.
is compared to who? Oh yeah, well.
No, they're talking about anti-Stalinist types as respectable left, which, in all fairness, far more respectable than this fucking woman.
Yeah. But if they were the respectable left, against who? Haas?
Okay, good point. Good point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, compared to Haas. There is no shorter phrase that can be used to describe an anti-red right-wing Liberty Party leader in 1947 Hungary.
I don't know. Yeah, that was the same guy who got arrested by the Nazis for opposing them.
Yeah. Okay, Sherlock charges communists incite to violence against his Liberty Party.
Which, yeah, that's what happens. They incited mobs to attack the party, which was leading in the polls and would have won a majority had it not been banned in 1947.
Oh God, Emma Vidyard. This is another. Let's see, there's no understanding how goals are achieved historically because these folks are misled by Red Brown Alliance media. Right, hold on. I don't know what this is about.
I don't think I want to know.
Yeah. So I could call anything democratic election when a large number of the citizens were 1947 Hungarian election.
We're talking about the parliament elected in 1945 was democratically elected. Occupation and majority.
In 1947, elections in Hungary were rigged because the election Communist Party ousted democratically elected President Ferenc Nagy in a coup d'etat.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah. Hungary, so I would never call anything democratically elected when a large number of the citizens were exterminated. What?
What the? How does that fit? What connection does she make? It was an elected parliament that got strangled and was replaced by one elected in rigged elections. How does what happened during the war bear on that?
I don't know.
Oh. You see, this is the standard sort of thing one gets reading historic.ly's account. Just utter fucking insanity.
Wait, hold on. If they are nostalgic, then capital. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Descendants of the victims to keep the memory alive, but for many Russians, nostalgia and ignorance have blurred past horrors, which is true because so many Russians have like this blurred they're basically like boomers, where it's like they pretend nothing bad happened in the 50s, but it's Russians.
Yeah, no, and it's also they miss being part of an empire, and they miss the law and orders and stability that came from a dictatorship. That's what it is. This is a sentiment not as much shared by people in, say, I don't know, Poland.
Yeah. If they are nostalgic for so what
Who's-
are they admitting they were put in gulag? They put so many. I don't think these guys were put in gulags. The people in the
Again.
gulags probably aren't nostalgic for it.
Yeah, really not. Especially since many of them are dead.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh God, not Benjamin. No, not him too.
This sort of shit attracts each other.
Oh wait, on behalf of Historic.ly, we apologize for costing Bernie Sanders his Warren endorsement because we made fun of a Green New Deal as a green structural adjustment. Okay, and more dumb shit apparently. Here we go. I just read lithium, and I already know what this is about. Lithium is the most important element in the world. Transition to renewable energy. The largest suppliers are controlled by progressive governments. Peru, but ignores Chile for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Coordinating on this, if done well, we have a big geopolitical ramifications. Except the problem with the lithium boom is that they're already working on hydrogen cell batteries.
So it's not going to be much relevant for much longer.
Yeah. Congratulations, we have a resource that won't be relevant in a few decades.
Yeah. Yes. Also puts bullshit the idea that the CIA was behind it in the name of lithium. We're not going to need lithium in a few decades. It really doesn't. It really isn't worth it.
And also, Chile and Australia have tons of lithium. So you have to. So congratulations, you get to compete against 2 other nations.
Whoop-de-doo.
They're going to do it a lot better because they have the infrastructure to do it like better.
And yeah, because they're both wealthier, for starters.
Oh, okay, hold on. You don't have to be anti-capitalist to recognize that global capitalism has been weaponized, used too much as a tool, which to subjugate as many lives have been lifted out of poverty as thrown into this. What? Okay, I'm trying to read this last sentence. As many lives as it has lifted out of poverty and thrown into despair.
What?
I think someone has been taking too many healing crystals.
Yeah, it's Marianne Williamson. We never turn to people like her as wise political sages.
Yeah. And then I think she's going one up though by saying I'm still am of the opinion that majority think capitalism is when you sell stuff as opposed to large scale manufacturing of commodity through automation and machinery. Well,
like all it really means is that means of production, so to speak, are mostly privately owned by individuals and businesses. It's got nothing to do with machinery or automation.
Why does she say that? That doesn't even make capitalism sound bad. It actually makes it sound.
Yeah, that's good. That's a very good thing.
What you mean? The standards of labor are not going to be as extreme? I'm scared. You just owned capitalism right there. You made it sound
Yeah, no,
better.
keep this coming. Keep those takes coming. By all means.
Well, I'm getting COVID. It's a case of. Wait, what Nazi? The Korean people came together and declared the People's Republic of Korea one single country. Oh, this is a meme. A big meme of freaking. No, it was supported by every Korean person except a lot of people who weren't supportive of it.
Yeah, no, like this was only one faction that the surrendering Japanese colonial governor handed power over to prevent a power vacuum. This was by no means every single Korean person coming together. And like, even if one accepts it as legitimate, it wasn't even communist. There were like 2 communist ministers.
Don't ask what happened to the first minister of communist North Korea.
Nope.
We don't know, well, because we don't know where he is. He just sort of disappeared.
Yeah, we don't even know if he died or not. He might even still be alive at age 100, whatever.
That would be hilarious.
Yes.
Let's see. Wait, debunking Warner Bros. Cartoons?
High level political commentary there.
Yeah. Stalin's hand seen in Vatican attack. February 3rd. Why does that date matter though to them?
I don't know, bombing of Dresden or something?
Well, no. Because
Yeah.
I think they're trying to imply that no, it was under fascist leadership though, so it's okay, except Rome was already liberated by that.
Yeah, really, yeah, it was by that point. Like so much with this account, you often don't understand what they're trying to imply at all.
Where do you call these rivals communists in 1947 Romania? They got
The National Peasant Party?
Yeah.
That opposed Nazism? That's who most of them were.
Wait, yeah, I can understand why they probably wouldn't like Ceausescu though, because he claimed land from the Soviet Union, so I guess he was a dirty imperialist.
Truly, yeah. He also was, well, I mean, he hated women and banned abortions, but with doctrinaire people like this, you'll never know if they can condemn that sort of stuff.
Wait, Ceausescu banned hated women? Well, I'm switching sides now. I'm joining Romania. Moving to Romania, boys.
Yes, you're now a Romanian national communist, I take it.
By field, they mean six. In case you're wondering, despite extremely strange form of the leaders did stuff to elite. Okay,
a few, it's not like 10 people showing up at his grave is the typical number that's there.
Yeah. I mean, did stuff to alleviate poverty. Alleviate in this time meaning make worse, but you know.
You know, we're just being semantic.
Wait, crowds throng streets in Burma, pressing rulers. Taking out the state is so difficult. This literally never happens. That should be the first sign that not all is well in their revolution. What?
What?
We've been saying what so many times.
Yeah, that's the thing about this account. They just have so many stupefyingly bad takes. Like, it's not even, how do you even dunk on that?
Yeah, another phenomenon of how pro-democracy people hijack planes.
And she's saying all of this in defense of the Myanmar junta, in case you haven't read the between the lines.
Yeah. See if we can. So 99 integrates its schools and step towards. Okay, because everyone knows that South Africa was an apartheid state.
Yeah.
Like, it's not hidden information.
Yeah, like they're pretending, another thing, that these are such subversive discoveries. No, anybody who's researched this topic can tell you this.
How Americans think revolutions. Oh, this would be good. Some people show in public of science democracy fairly spreads democracy dust. Not being able to handle the fairy dust the dictator leaves, everyone gets freedom and democracy. Well, that's basically how it worked in Eastern Europe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, sure. No, yeah, like most revolutions don't happen like that. Obviously, like when most nations remove communism, there's usually a lot of caveats that happen. Like in
Yeah,
Cambodia, where they just established another dictatorship.
true. Or in all the stands in Central Asia.
Or in
But still,
Afghanistan,
is
when
she
they
denying that revolutions happened at all? Like, is she saying every single protest has been staged?
yeah. Oh wait, what? Beware of the respectable left and has sullen
Because
solidarity.
of people who, because of leftists who supported Solidarity. Because, you know, it was a workers' organization. And
Yeah, don't
employed
support
like
local
80,
organizations.
yeah, employed 80%. Yeah, 80% of Polish workers were CIA agents, apparently. I don't make the rules here.
It's weird how a majority of the nation can become a CIA asset.
Well, communism must suck, then.
Yeah. Good.
Very good.
Wait, what? In communist Russia, students were taught the bourgeois view of his. Wait, success of your new book, Russian history. What am I looking at? I should not read these big wall of text because honestly, they make less sense than the tweets.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Marxist Leninists are afraid of CIA agents the way conservatives are afraid of Antifa. Being mass exterminated all over the world may have something to do with it. What? What? Outside of like Shirako's Indonesia,
What?
when have Marxist Leninists been murdered except in like Indonesia? I guess.
I can't think of any examples myself, and it's such concern trolling. These are people who butcher millions of people who've opposed them and are afraid that some people might give them that same treatment. Horseshit, I say.
Oh, he didn't use Vladimir Lenin. He did not use the name Lenin until 1901. Did the wrong name. Yeah, purge him. I'm banned for another week on TikTok.
Thank God.
Yes.
Why did they ever reinstate her?
Wait a second. TikTok is a Chinese app, though, or Tencent controlled. Even the communist Chinese are tired of their shit.
Yeah. Oh, the irony. It's like that patriotic youth in China who proudly reported a pro-Taiwan independence website, only to be fined himself for having gone there in the first place. You love it when they eat their own.
Yeah. That was kind of. I don't know what ever happened to the website. All I know is that the guy got arrested or fined for going to the website.
Yeah.
Be like, guys, I have found website. You go to website, fine. But what about the website? You went to website, fine. It would be funny if they didn't even do anything with the website.
Yeah. They didn't even ban it.
Wait, liberals would make sarcastic comments about the Democratic People's Republic of, and then tell you with a straight face that the NED spreads democracy.
Well, it does, and North Korea is not a democracy, so I don't get what he's going for.
Yeah. professionals they post big enough. Wait, ACAB. Why would they hate cops though? Aren't they supposed to love when cops beat people to death?
It depends if they have a red star on their badge.
Oh yeah. No, it's just like I remember that time when they tried to like do during the big BLM thing when they showed like people getting assaulted by police, and all the tankies got angry about the video until they found out it was in Venezuela, and then they all defended it. Like,
So classic. No fucking self-awareness at all. I need to see the tweets of this at some point. Somebody needs to find this.
yeah, it was from. I might be able to find it, but it was just such a long time ago.
Yeah. Yes. Police brutality. Angry
That's
soy
exactly
face.
the
Police
best.
brutality. Venezuela. Soy face.
The 1619 is extra bad in its discourse framing USA as a democracy, and it implies that the ideals of freedom as opposed to wanting slaves. What? Like,
What?
Northern states didn't even have slaves.
It was not a motivation for them at all.
Thomas Jefferson originally wrote a condemnation of slavery in the Declaration of Independence.
It was taken out actually because of some of the slaveholders there. It's still, even George Washington was against the long-term institution of slavery. He wanted to abolish it at some point. This latest trend of portraying the American Revolution as sort of like the Civil War has got to go.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. All paid subscribers read my newsletter. Wait, no, you're engaging in capitalism. I'm telling Stalin on you. Stalin, they're engaging in capitalism. Wait, why am I looking up for Stalin? I have to
All
look
my
down
paid
for Stalin.
subscribers. Not sure whether to appreciate that irony or the fact that people actually pay to read her drivel.
Wait, honestly, if that's all it takes to make money online, I'm going to open a tanky website and just make dumb arguments. No, I should just do. Maybe I could do that, but with like neoconservatism. Oh wait, that's already a thing. Never mind.
Yes, the grift is real. No, that's something a very certain crazy nuke-obsessed man could probably make a killing off of.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Online and in real life.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Casualties. Apart from the apparent damage a war does in everything, the aftermath is just as the countries to recover. People have to manage. The woman in the photo could not feed her people in all ways, so she put them. Okay, yeah, this is definitely terrible, but also, is this? I guess it's just. I guess war is hell. Which, congratulations. That's like the most basic understanding.
Yeah. Yes, nobody has clearly ever said that before.
Yeah, how deep, guys? I have this thing. War is bad.
Wow. I've never heard that before.
Give me money now from what blog.
Okay.
So why has the U.S. not killed what Al-Qaeda urges Uyghur jihad in China? So Zahawi praises Uyghur jihadists ninth episode. Probably because it's harder for them to get to them.
Yeah, it took years to plan the assault that killed bin Laden. This isn't just something they can do in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, no. No, here's the thing. Why don't you... That's a novel idea. Why don't we just kill the terrorist?
Amazing.
I need... we should go. Yeah, imagine just going to like the Pentagon and saying, "Guys, what if we just kill the terrorist?" And they'd be like, "Why haven't we thought of that? This is
Amazing.
ingenious."
What novel idea is this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see if we can find. A lot of this is retreat. I mean, this could be interesting. It turns out capitalism is okay. So this is Biden praising capitalism, and this is American people, not war. This means for Congo. So the Democratic Republic of Congo is apparently the capitalist system now.
Yes, picking one of the poorest failed states as a representative of it.
Yeah. Well, if only poor failed states can be representative of an ideology, let me tell you about this state called Lebanon. That's the effect of Hezbollah right there.
Yeah.
GDP is now $142 per capita.
Having been only plummeting since last year. And the people are very much sick of it. You know how they stopped Hezbollah from firing rockets at Israel? The existence of Israel is the least of their concerns at this moment.
Wait, this is on national hero. He fought for and made. Oh, okay. I'm gonna fought the communists win.
In what war? Okay, I think this is a straw man accusing everyone who opposed communism of Eastern Europe of being Nazis.
Yeah, well, let's see. Fernick Knowledge, 1956. Joseph Polnick, I admit butchered that name, but 1917. The Baltic states.
Yeah.
Pretty much all the time.
Yeah, pretty much everywhere. And the poll beneath it, that's another misleading one. It was divided into certain segments based on the question was not, do you prefer that system? It is, do you think it was all bad versus all good? And later polls have said that the Federal Republic of Germany takes the lead in terms of stuff like economy, civil liberties, opportunities. And with the GDR, it was more stuff like security and protection from crime, which when you have a police state isn't hard to do at all.
Should we watch this and actually cringe? Because it's going to be cringe.
Okay, let's...
Now, the majority of the East Germans prefer the capitalism. The number keeps going higher and higher the longer they're under capitalism.
What? No, like it's only gotten lower since then.
You know what? There's a reason why in East Germany the far right is actually the second most is actually strongest there.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, it's like, gee, I wonder why the far right is so popular in East Germany.
Something to do with the social system they were forced under for nearly half a century.
And then, like in Germany, the AfD is also extremely economically far right. So, like,
yeah,
you could make the case if they were like economic populists, but they're not.
they're not.
So how are they doing so well? No, I mean,
Hard to say. Stuff. That's why.
Stuff. Yeah. Oh, the next reply is, "I'm banned on TikTok till Sunday." Thank you, Chinese overlords.
Yes. I'm going to
Thank you,
become a
Mr.
dentist
Jinping.
if this happens again.
Yes. Let's see. of authorized Operation Ranch Hand, U.S. sprayed 4 million Vietnamese and U.S. troops, 20% of Vietnam's. Oh, okay. So now it's only Kennedy is a genocidal anti-communist maniac.
Yeah.
I thought he was a communist sympathizer, but now he's spraying napalm on 4 million communists.
Wow. They cannot get
Which
their
is
story
it?
straight. Pick one. Which way?
Well, actually, before we continue, here's something I'm just going to do. If they ever bring up Ho Chi Minh, funny thing about that is that Ho Chi Minh was actually praised by Franco for being a patriot. So,
Same with Fidel Castro.
yeah.
Yo, the two of them had quite a strong relationship.
Yeah, so can we just say that they're the fascists? They're the ones who actually got praised by fascists.
Yeah, according to this woman's logic, at least.
Yeah. When do we get the Franco wasn't actually a fascist argument now?
I'm looking forward to it. Somebody should tell this woman.
Except, no, it's going to be Franco wasn't a fascist, except when he worked with the U.S.
Yeah, except when
He was a brutal fascist and not a fascist at the same time.
yeah, simultaneously, fascistception.
Yeah. Okay, so that's just Uganda being Uganda. Honestly, I think Uganda gets everyone's name wrong though.
yeah. I've heard of that.
Yeah, no, it'd be like they go to France and they'd be like, "Hello, cheese-eating surrender monkeys. I'm in France."
Yeah, I would love to do that. And they go to Niger, and let's not go there.
Yeah. Oh my.
Hey, they're both African countries. They both have the pass.
Wait, hold on. Oil. Wait. Saddam Hussein nationalized the oil and they reprivatized it. Probably because privatizing is actually good in that it actually makes money.
Yeah, it is. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah. Who would have thought letting people who have a profit motive, charging them to use it, makes more money for you than trying to do it yourself when you know nothing about oil?
Yeah. Amazing, isn't it?
Hold on, wait. The end of the Iraq emerged as a state intact and reinforced sense of that, but later in the past, Iraq large financed the war effort through loans and owed some $37 billion to Gulf creditors and Iraqi President Saddam Hussein called on the United Arab Emirates and Kuwait to cancel Iraqi debt they held. Loans should be considered payments to Iraq for protecting the Arab Peninsula from Iran. But the appeals were unanswered. The Gulf states refused to cancel Iraq's war debt, contributing to Saddam Hussein's decision. What is that supposed to prove?
I have no idea. I really, really don't.
Wait, hold on. Before you be, we work to survive while page finance our landlord's lot. We work to survive while our taxes finance our. What? Not everyone pays rent in America, first of all. And also, I don't think landlords would just raise the rent prices because there's UBI, because there's still the depending on where you are. In some places there's competitive housing markets, and then you have San Francisco.
Which is the total mess.
Oh great, Mexico's leaders being Mexico.
Surprise, surprise.
Oh, hold on. Okay, so this is from Kyle Krasinski. Truly deranged, they want North Korean style propaganda about the bad parts of U.S. history being great, and that the great parts of U.S. history being omitted bad. So Kyle Krasinski is making a false comparison, and yet they make him look smart. One can criticize U.S. indoctrination without being racist, Kyle. Also, I'm surprised you haven't deleted this tweet yet.
That is the amazing thing about this account. She always manages to make some of the most ridiculous accounts on the net look sane.
Yeah. Also, here's the thing. Of course, it's not going to delete. Even if it was racist, you wouldn't delete it. Have you seen who he says is hungry lately?
Yes. No, that's something I very much admire about Kyle. He owns that aspect of his past.
Yeah.
He hungry.
Yeah. No, it's just like the meme where it's just like starving people in Africa, and there's just a picture of Kyle Krasinski on it. Those are some hungry people.
Some Someone needs to make that meme, and it's not going to be me.
Too many people talk about regime too casually. They never think about the necessary. Like, the only reason you have not died of cholera is because the government has drainage system in a water. And guess what gets bombed? What? So you die of cholera when your country if you get invaded.
Yeah, because because your government hides in civilian areas and infrastructure gets damaged and collateral damage.
Also, if you're in a capitalist system, you might just use bottled water.
Yeah,
Same.
really, same. That's a be-all, end-all solution.
It depends. Then write letters to Russian national. There are some at Yale, at least stops. Oh, here we go. Yes, I'm anti-Nazi. The reason I trust Soviet records is because I verified and fact-checked thousands of them in the past 5 years. So far, they have been non-truthful 0 times, so it's empirical evidence.
Totally not bluster right there.
Yeah,
Thousands?
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and reading from what she's posted, that probably was reading through pages of confessions extracted through torture.
Yeah. Hey, it's evidence.
Yes.
Evidence so bad that even the Spanish Inquisition wouldn't accept it. But
Yeah. That's a low bar right there.
Wait a second. The Pentagon shock and aware strategy overwhelmed the Iraq. So they modeled the Iraq War after the German blitzkrieg of World War II, which was effective if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, it's just military strategy.
Yeah.
You copy the stuff that works.
It's not like they said, yes, we're going to storm the enemy front and then kill 6 million Jews in Iraq.
Yeah, no, especially since all the Iraqi Jews were ethnically cleansed by that point.
Yeah. My God, we're only in July of this year. We've been here for an hour. We're like 18 days ago.
And just so much bullshit crammed into such a short amount of time.
Yeah. Well, let's see if we can find anything good to bang off with. U.S. says it seized cache of Iraqi chemical equipment. What? Because they had chemical equipment. We know
Yeah.
because they used chemical weapons quite openly, in fact.
Yes. Against the Kurds. This is not controversial.
And here's the thing, Saddam never actually denied it, too. In fact, when he was told about it, he laughed. Because he was just that evil.
Yeah. Little did he know of the people who'd be running in defense of him nowadays.
Yeah. I kind of want to see that Saddam Hussein versus one of his defenders be like, "You did not use chemical attacks on the Kurds?" "Yes, I did, and it was based."
Yes, it was based in Red Pill and Poggers and Giga Chad.
Okay, Israel trains U.S. assassination squad.
Okay.
It looks like we. It looks like this would be a good time to end the stream because we've been.
Yeah,
going
because now I try to read this as sporadically as I can so I don't go insane.
Yeah.
But anyway, hope y'all are cringing from this, and this is the exact sort of masochism we take part in, and we will see you whenever some other sea of bullshit comes to the surface.
See ya.